Hey guys, this is 4AF.
So, um, I don't know if anybody actually caught the first one, but this is going to be a fun one for build projects. It's going to be a Halloween special.
Hey, you're making a nice series here with your buildings, aren't you? Getting quite the collection going on.
Yeah, we're on number two. It's a sequel at this point. Um, so we both love Halloween. We're a big fan, and we wanted to do something special. So Michael has seen the project, but he hasn't actually seen it come together.
No,
So
I haven't seen the building process, so this will be quite interesting to enjoy.
anyway, we'll just jump right into it.
Yeah, without further ado.
So I started off by clearing it out. I didn't clear out the bamboo. That was a mistake.
Oh god, the lag that must cause.
I didn't actually record getting rid of it either. But let's just be honest, it took me a very long time.
Nobody needs to see that. Oh Jesus Christ, what are you building? The Death Star?
Oh, I'm not a Star Wars nerd, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you know what the Death Star is.
Sort of.
So what's the process behind this then? What are you thinking whilst building this?
I actually don't know what inspired it. I saw a couple of different photos and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool a cool idea." And then I was like, "I could do this as well." And then it was just like I stole everything,
You stole everything.
everything at once, a little bit of everything.
Ah, well, a little bit of Erica on the side.
Is that the song?
I don't know. I'm gonna say yes.
So, if anybody can guess, I was trying to make a cauldron. Like a witch's cauldron.
Okay, and what is this process here? What are you doing now?
Well, when you think of Halloween, you can't do it without the season, can you?
No, it's autumn. Autumn's the season, so these are your leaves.
Yeah, and I'd never actually tried to make anything like this.
I must admit, when I first saw them, I thought they were weird, like spell potion type things when they were first being built there.
Like effects.
Yeah, like splashing of
Oh, okay.
potions.
Please don't judge my pumpkins. I never tried it before in my life. This was me learning how to do it.
Ah, they're cute. They're cute pumpkins. And, varying shapes, that's always good.
I gave up after number 2, I think, because I was well and truly done. I'm not a very good is it living structures or something? It just means like alive structures. I'm not good at it. I'll get better, hopefully, but I figured I had to push myself out of my comfort zone for this one.
Oh, little candles. Now, this isn't supposed to be an insult, but that back left leaf kind of looks like a manta ray.
Manta ray.
It looks like a manta ray.
Oh, I see it.
With its little wings, its little happy wings. It's a living leaf. Well done.
I mean, that was like the most dead one there is, but yeah, sure.
What's going on here?
I didn't want to do just like really boring feet on the cauldron. I wanted it to feel like creepy almost.
Creepy. Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
You gotta have a good spook factor. Come on, it's for Halloween.
Some nice tendrils again by the looks of it. Really keeping with the theme.
What, that we like tentacles or something?
Yeah,
Is that...
you like tentacles. You've heard it here first, folks. You like tentacles.
They're good in projects. You can do all sorts with them.
You can do all sorts with them, that's right. You can.
Oh, I walked right into that one, I guess.
Yeah, anime taught us that one.
I don't watch anime that much, to be honest.
Neither do I.
So,
but everyone's familiar with it.
yeah. I don't think anybody's escaped that connotation.
I do really like the tentacles, though, or tendrils holding up the cauldron. It's a very nice touch.
I was trying to make it like roots or rocks or I don't know. I wasn't really sure when I first started, and it just kind of developed.
Ah.
So if anybody ever wanted to know, I don't have a plan when I start most things. I just wing it and hope for the best.
Ah. Well, it's worked out so far, hasn't it?
I try to keep it going.
What is that random floating pink wall? Is that your central position?
Yeah, that was how I was starting when I was making the cauldron and stuff. It just gave me like a focus because I'd look around when you're looking at like faces of the clock.
Yeah.
It was just to make sure it wasn't like really, I don't know, like bald in one spot. I guess.
Ah, okay.
I didn't want it to be a middle-aged man.
How dare you? How dare you insult middle-aged men?
Why, are you a middle-aged man?
I hope not.
All this time you've been lying to me.
Ah, yes, sir.
When you think of Halloween, what do you think of?
Apple bobbing. I think of witches, cauldrons, spookums,
Oh, yeah.
things, pumpkins.
In case you haven't guessed, by the way, we don't rehearse any of our audios, so He's literally just picking the things he can see because his brain's gone numb.
I'm not. I can't see witches. Oh, wait, no, I can. I can see a witch.
Hey.
Skeletons. Dead. Loved ones coming together
Yeah,
to
like-
honour their dead.
Also things like
Graveyards.
vampires, zombies, like I think of like the costumes.
Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees.
Number what are we up to now?
I don't know. Too many?
Yeah.
A lot more than 10, probably.
Michael was telling me that there's one of the Halloween films is where Jason goes to space. I can't get behind stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what to do with these horror films these days.
They started running out of ideas, so they just had to try and make it more interesting to get foreign people involved.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, clearly. We're just droning on.
So, I didn't want it to be a flat 2D cauldron, so I was trying to add height to the build.
Yeah, make it more three-dimensional,
Yeah.
more interesting to look at.
Okay, so see the sand that's under the water there?
Yeah.
I had to go through and remove that all by hand.
Oh dear God.
I did not have fun with that.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Can't even use torches because you're underwater. That's awful.
I had to use night vision potions, and as I've said before, my screen's really dark all the time, so I couldn't see anything, even with the night vision.
Your broken-ass screen.
Oh, it was funny though.
Oh, look at this coming together. Some sort of... I mean, I know it's like the cavern area. I have seen that at least. But it's cool seeing it come together and being built.
How did you
Looks
think that I built it?
complicated.
Like, what order do you think I built stuff in?
Do a big blob and then cut into it.
That's what you thought I did.
Yeah.
So is it weird to see this?
Yeah, that you actually do the shape and then put a blob on top.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I'd have done this.
I honestly don't know if I did it the easy way or the hard way. It just...
It's a way.
Yeah, it was a way. It was certainly that. So, if anybody here hasn't seen the live version where I was showing it off to Michael, we went around. There's a couple of things in that I haven't actually shown in this at any point. So, all the interactive stuff and the spooky roller coaster, you know, I don't actually show where that's being made. I wanted to keep that as a surprise for just the live.
Surprise! Telling them that there's a spooky roller coaster, but I guess that means they've got to go back and watch the other video.
Yep.
That's clever. Clever. Spooky coaster. It's well worth it. It's very cool.
Michael, actually watching it. Oh, his footage when we went back and it was so good.
I knew what was going on. I don't know what you mean. Ah, look at your graves. Wow, they're way better than the graves I built.
Hey, your graves were beautiful.
Baby graves.
And to be fair, I have creative,
You have
so it's always going to be easier there.
gravestones. They're very nice though. You can easily tell what they are. Mine takes a bit of imagination.
It doesn't. Yours looked amazing. I mean, I walked up to it and I said it was cryptic. It was beautiful.
Oh.
And to be fair, how you've got like the rows of them, it was cool. I didn't have the space really. I mean, I could have done more with them, but
You don't want it to be too overwhelming.
yeah, I wanted it to feel open still.
I do like it though. I like your little graveyard. Well, your big graveyard, I suppose.
I wanted to add the candles to fit. You mentioned the people going to go and see their fallen loved ones, and it was a thing that people would light candles for them. So I wanted to bring that into it.
Here we finally see the pumpkins being implemented.
Yeah. You see me moving a couple of apples too.
More apples for apple bombing or potions, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it could be. Well, hold on. If you had a potion, right, and it was made with apples, what would it be?
Cider.
Yeah, okay. It's not the
I don't know what were you thinking?
I my brain stopped working.
Poison, I suppose, if you think of like
Snow White.
Snow White, yeah.
Yeah,
Poison potion.
maybe.
Come here and eat my poison. I mean, this apple is totally normal.
Delicious.
Delicious, please.
Well, I got the old lady look down, I guess.
Look, more tendrils now. I'm kidding. I know it's not.
These were branches.
Yeah. At least you recorded
Attempted.
this one this time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how I did that on the old one. but I have learnt. I have learnt this time.
If you haven't seen the previous video, she built a tree and forgot to hit record. So she built part of the tree.
And then it poofed into existence while I went for lunch.
Yeah. Whereas this time she remembered to hit record at least for her tree vines. Arching tree. God, that tree's got a bad back. It's got scoliosis.
So, you're probably looking at it and going, "What the hell are you doing with your cotton candy leaves?" But that's kind of. I wanted to do a specific type of tree, and I wanted to fit with the theme of the leaves in the water. So I needed, or at least I knew, I needed a gradient on it, and this was the best way I could think of to do it moderately quickly, like to save time.
Christ, is it bizarre to see? I mean, it's kind of cool. Cotton Candy Land.
It does look like cartoony, doesn't it? Like a little bit fantasy and weird.
Hey, that's an idea. Cotton Candy Land. Maybe I'll build a Cotton Candy Land on this world. No, not happening. That is awful.
Oh, you gave up on that one quickly.
I did, yes, because I realised how much effort that would be in survival.
Oh,
But look at that.
Okay, all credit goes to World Edit. Genuinely.
Very autumnal. It looks good.
Thank you. So I wanted to get that big canopy going. But
Yeah.
I found out that if you try to make a solid canopy for an autumn tree, it never works. You want that broken up, gaps missing kind of vibe to make it actually look like a tree, which I'd never actually considered until this. I always tried to make the canopy solid. I think I'm going to keep doing this in the future. I think this is a style I want to work on.
It's very cool. Very effective.
I don't know what the gradient on the tree is, I'm going to be honest. The reds and orange, I wanted to bring it back into the bark as much as the leaves.
Yeah.
I don't know beyond that, I'm going to be honest. I just tried to make a gradient.
You just tried it and it worked, so. There doesn't have to necessarily be a reasoning behind it if it works.
I mean, this one
Yeah.
definitely didn't have a reason.
Well,
What's the word? A method to my madness, I guess.
I was going to say it was weird and interesting to see wood being used, but now you're using the newer blocks, I don't even know what it's called, to be
Skull.
honest. The skull, that's it, the deep dark stuff.
And I think it was black concrete I was using as well.
It's very nice use of the new building resources at your disposal. It's a very unique block, isn't it?
Yeah, and that little twinkle effect that you can see. Sorry if anybody's got epilepsy, it is strobing a little bit. But I'd never considered it, but the one day I was looking at the block and I was like, that kind of reminds me of stars. And it just kind of, I don't know, it spiraled. I couldn't shake the idea.
And there you started or built. I'm not entirely sure if that's completely finished, your maze.
No, sorry,
You were just outlining it.
yeah, I was just trying to decide if I wanted to make it out of hay or not. I was like, maybe it'll grow on me. Because it's always hay bale mazes, isn't it? It's the big,
Yeah, like hedge mazes.
Yeah.
Could have used leaves, but you can see through them. See
True.
the end.
Well, on my old fast graphics, I wouldn't have.
That's true.
So this house is actually based on a real one. I do apologise. My knowledge has disappeared on me. We'll add a little text quote over so people know.
Okay.
But it was based on a real place, and it's supposed to be one of the most haunted houses ever.
Ah,
And it fits with that Victorian theme. So whenever you think of horror houses, it's always Victorian, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
It's the big windows and the big sloped roofs and the height of it.
It's very cool.
It's just creepy, isn't it?
It's cool though. If it wasn't haunted, maybe I'd want to live there.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
cool house.
That's a lot of room to dust.
Yeah, I didn't consider that fact actually. That doesn't sound ideal.
Lots of dust around your gaming equipment. But I actually turn this building into something fun, don't I? In the live.
You do, yeah. It's a very unique interpretation of doing things, certainly. But you'll have to check out the other video to see what she puts in there.
Yeah. I could have done better. I didn't include as much as I wanted to, but I figured there's some of the things that I just don't have the skills to do, especially with armor stands.
It was cute though. It was fun.
I appreciate that. You can't have a giant, evil Victorian mansion without a giant weather vane on the top.
No, you definitely can't.
Did you clock I had the lightning rod on top as well?
So if it was during a storm, it would have struck your house.
I know,
That
but it
sounds
wasn't.
okay.
Well, at least the lightning rod would have saved it.
Oh, but look at that. I really like the centre of the hedge maze. with the fountain. It's really cool.
I've never actually been in a proper like hay bale maze. I've never done it, but
No, I haven't. But you see in certain depictions of them having like a fountain or something in the middle, don't you?
I think I'm too stupid to do it.
It's too stupid.
I'd get lost.
You got to leave a trail of crumbs
It's like-
so you don't get lost.
Can you guess what this is?
Yeah, it's a broom. You're making a broom. You gotta be making a broom.
Yeah, when I was thinking about how to do this, by the way, I was like, how the hell am I going to build a broom? And I was picturing this like 3D mess of like, super noodles.
Okay.
I was like, I can't do that. That's a terrible idea.
So you went for pixel art. So oh no, you don't.
I did go for
You
pixel
did
art.
go for pixel art. Ah, okay.
Can you tell what the pixel art was attempting to be?
It was a broomstick. What?
It's a wheat. You know wheat.
Wheat.
Yeah. Like the item, the wheat.
Oh, I see.
That's the closest thing I could think of.
Okay.
I tried to make it a wheat block. Not block.
Broomstick.
The item, the one that you harvest. I can't think of the word.
Just wheat. Just wheat. It's cool.
I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to post the picture. I saw it on Google. It was just an idea that came up, and I was like, I'm totally stealing that. Thank you to whoever made that, because I wouldn't have ever made the correlation.
Here we have some more buildings. Very funky colours.
When I think of Halloween, I think of things like Scooby Doo and like the monsters that they used to, to find and then unmask.
Mhm.
So it's like that cartoonish kind of vibe.
You went for more cartoony buildings there.
Yeah, I mean,
It fits nicely, so I don't blame you. Hey, look at that village in the back.
yeah.
They're just like, what is going on? There's some weird houses. Some of the neighbours are moving in. They're a bit weird.
Yeah, the neighbour's moving in. She's very weird, but
They've got a dog.
she can fly.
It eats a lot of snacks. They have a stoner friend who has really shaggy hair. It's weird.
So, again, my screen's really dark, so I had to put jack-o'-lanterns in so I could actually see the blocks.
It's an interesting way of doing it, though.
Well, you're not going to miss the giant orange block, whereas I might have missed a torch here or there, so
Yeah.
it's like, it's got to be done. Oh, and you can see on the right-hand side there, there's the beginning of my decorations.
Oh yeah, the sign.
That's actually a really cool technique. I don't know where I picked that up, but I did actually see somebody else do it.
The eyes.
You use red dye and a glowing ink sac, and you do like zeros or O's of different types.
So the eyes.
Yeah.
Like glowing eyes in the night. That beady eyes watching you.
It's really cool though. I genuinely don't know who I saw do that first, but I'm sure I've seen somebody do it.
Again, your staircases. I cannot make these to save my life.
I don't think I can. I just wing it.
You just wing it. I can't. They still end up looking decent, whereas mine are just awful. It's like a child tried it.
This is how I do my staircases. Watch. Look. There you go. That's how I figured out how to do it.
Oh, okay. You cheated.
So, I mean, I can't judge.
I did not know you cheated.
They are awkward, aren't they? Especially in survival, as I found out recently.
Yeah. You still managed them, but yeah. They're all very unique.
Oh,
I was
So-
going to say, what made you do orange staircases? It's quite an interesting colour.
I don't know. When I think of Halloween, I think of orange because of pumpkins. So, oh yeah, sorry. Speaking of mistakes here, or like of odd choices, I guess.
The leaves despawning.
Yeah, the leaves despawn with World Edit. I've never figured out how to fix that, so I had to go back and do it again.
Oh, that's a shame. It was a nice idea, though. Here you are placing in a marketplace.
If people have clocked that I'm pasting in schematics to do it from, I did a project a long time ago just for fun, and actually made little market stalls. So I was cannibalizing them
You
for it.
textured them.
Yeah.
You know what? It's smart if you have the assets and look at those little skulls, the little floating ghosts.
So all the credit goes to the people who first designed them. We stole them from the Minecraft Heads place. You first introduced it to me on the intro video, didn't you?
Yeah, I think
You have to use a command block to cheat them in, but it is fun.
it's cool. It's a
So-
very nice technique.
Speaking of orange,
Doing your own jack-o'-lantern here by the looks of it.
I actually made a mistake during this because what do I do to it after it's complete meant that I lost the original. I never saved it. So I can never actually paste this in anywhere. I will actually have to remake it if I ever try to make something like this.
Well,
The gradients and stuff, I was actually using a real Minecraft pumpkin to
Yeah.
try to match, and then on the top and the bottom I just kind of winged it.
as
like,
you-
I
as
couldn't
you
match
can-
it.
You can't really see, can you?
That's why I missed it.
You.
I rotated it.
I see. It definitely gives it a bit more oomph with the rotation, though. I think it's very cool.
I wanted it to feel, because when you're looking at a project like this, especially on a circle, if everything's facing like 12 and 3, you've got a problem. I think the 45 degrees just can make it.
I love that. The floating creeper ghost spookum face. I love it.
I didn't know what to do for the face. I was like, I could just do eyes.
No,
And I was like, I could do them everybody's least favourite mob.
obviously floating lanterns.
They were balloons this time, I think.
Balloons. I'm sorry. Balloons. They're
I
very.
think they were balloons.
They're still very cool. Another pumpkin for you. With another creeper.
And this one,
We arrive on.
yeah, this creepy ghost is our creepy ghost.
Yeah, I love it.
What's his name, Michael? Give him a name.
Bob.
Bob. Bob
Jeremy Bob.
Jeremy Bob the creepy ghost. That's our balloon.
It's not a very scary name.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to meet Jeremy Bob in Dark Alley.
Look, here's a bit of spoiler with your tracks leading through.
Yeah, so this was after I set up, I think, the main chunk of the coaster.
Okay, you were still working on the markets and stuff. Christ.
Yeah. So remember, speaking of the railway, you'll have to go and check it out on the next one.
Thanks for listening.
And see you next time.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pips.